I say that I'm fine, all I do is pretend. Oh, hey guys. The alter ego. How much do you really love yourself? How capable and able is the version of yourself watching this video right now? In a society that preaches about self-acceptance and being oneself, it's really hard to imagine yourself building a new version of yourself from the ground up. That was too many selves, bro, in one sentence. I hate that. This is what an alter ego does, defined as a person's alternate or secondary identity. A lot of us are ashamed to admit it, but we can be our own worst enemy. There are a lot of things in life that we know we want to do, a lot of things that we know we want to achieve, but our own ego holds us back. Rules that you have set in life and the way that you've been nurtured within your family, culture, your institutions have all made you into the person that you are today. But are you really satisfied with that? In psychology, an ego is defined as a person's sense of self and self-esteem. Your favorite color, the things that you like doing in your spare time, how you carry yourself, how you walk, how you talk, and all of the above. This can all be healthy, but what happens when these set rules that you have in your mind that you think are not changeable hold you back from adapting to new situations and becoming a person that you want to become? The job you attend may require you to be confident, extroverted, and outgoing, but you yourself have grown up to be a very laid back, chill, relaxed person, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, but it holds you back from adapting to that new role, that new goal that you have of getting that job and being the best version of yourself that you can be within that sector of your life. Not to offend anyone, but your persona of being relaxed and chilled has no place within that work environment. So what can you do? Do you A, have an ego definite existential crisis, or adapt and build yourself to be needed and desirable within these situations? I just had a brain dead moment. You want to break free from this, but are too attached to the person that you know yourself to be. Or you may be scared that you're going to offend people in you diving into this new era of your life. And you may think that people, your family, friends, colleagues may think that something is definitely wrong with you. Like, what's going on with this person? Why is he acting so different? But if you already feel vulnerable and anxious in certain situations, then what is wrong with you giving yourself the freedom and liberty of building yourself up from ground zero and disattaching yourself from those emotions? If you feel like you're tired of this version of yourself and want to pick up a new mask, instead of considering how people will judge you, consider how much easier a lot of your daily hassles will become. I call this cancelling out the noise. Athletes like Kobe Bryant spoke about how he found it hard to balance Kobe Bryant on the court and off the court. The pressure of being him, a husband, and a father clouded his mind and made it hard for him to be present within basketball and perform to the best of his ability. A lot of people similarly, like myself, experience anxiety, overthinking, and stress when out with friends, at their job, and just living life because they're battling too many thoughts at once. They're battling too many sides and aspects of their life at once. Within these sectors of your life, I want you to imagine a bubble, and that bubble is what you need to deal with within that sector. Now, every time you pop a bubble, it is you overthinking, and that overthinking comes from another sector and then another sector. And once it's all done, everything just collides within each other and you have this big mess. Kobe decided in order to fix this problem, he would need to create an alternate identity, the Black Mamba, trained specifically for on-the-court duty and nothing else. A persona that's life solely revolved around basketball and improving their ability on the court. This improved Kobe's focus and allowed him to cancel out the noise from other sectors of his life, becoming a Hall of Fame player, getting 81 points within a single game and winning multiple championships for his team. This identity gave him an escape as Kobe took a step back and the cold-heartedness, discipline, and focus of the Black Mamba took over. Some of you may say, well, mens, how do you know this isn't just some marketing trick that Kobe pulled to, get more leverage within his career and make him more of a celebrity? Well, I actually know a few people within the creative scene in the UK that use this exact tactic to make them focus on their work more. And I'm actually gonna call one of them right now. Yo, what you saying?
You want me to do that question thing?
Yeah, how did you know?
Oh, I know everything.
Well, okay, I want you to explain your username by alter ego and what that means for you.
Like, alter ego, what does that mean? An alternate persona. I feel like a lot of people, they're kind of scared to express who they are. So instead of doing that, because I definitely feel like I was a person who was scared to express who I was. Instead of expressing who I was just expressing my ego. Like,
what? Like, so it was kind of like allowing you to express yourself unapologetically type shit.
Yeah.
Without worrying about the repercussions or the consequences.
Yeah, because it's just an image at the end of the day. It's a character, it's a figurehead, it's a puppet that I'm the string master for. I don't have to worry about who I am, Keon Wigan. I just have to worry about who Kalanji is, and Kalanji don't worry about anything.
Tight shit.
He just does. You know what I'm saying? It gives me the confidence to say what I want to say, do what I want to do, be who I want to be, and just reinvent myself. It's not like it's an act as in like I'm fronting or anything, because this is all things that I resonate with, I relate to, and that like I'm passionate about. But it's just more so a case of being dramatic about it and making it fully centered and focused around that, rather than just me as a whole.
Yeah, everyone get Kalanji shit, man. If you're not tapped in with Kalanji, then you're doing something wrong, bro. For real. Similarly, in the creative side of things, artists detach themselves from their actual persona and create alter egos to dive into the themes within their life and create storytelling within their music and albums. A great example of this is Tyler, the Creator. The reason I fuck with Tyler, the Creator so much is because of his storytelling, and the only reason his storytelling is so good is because it seems like every album rollout or whatever, there's always a new persona that embodies the themes within the album. Characters like Ego dealt with heartbreak, limerence, and obsession, whereas characters like Saint Chroma dealt with trauma, emotional vulnerability, and maturity. And the thing is, Tyler would still do interviews, pop-ups, and things of that nature and still be his normal self. They just helped him revisit and stamp parts of his life in a healthy way without getting attached again. I think it's actually funny, like, when you create an identity, because you know it's an identity. You know, like Kalanji said, you're not getting repercussions from it. You're not getting consequences from it. So it's like a little playground for you to really explore yourself in a way, the way that you want to, without thinking of the insecurities that you actually have within yourself, because it's very human to have insecurities. With characters, you can be inhuman, you can be more than you are. Give yourself that leverage. I want to dedicate the next part of this video then to how we can actually reach this point of creating an alter ego. My first step would be to realize who you want to become, who you are right now, and what is stopping you. Current strengths and your current weaknesses. For example, you may want to become consistent within a gym, but have become too anxious, lazy, and complacent. Your strength here would be your ambition to go to the gym, and your weakness would be your laziness to not go. Create a new identity that revolves around that ambition and eliminate that weakness of the anxiety and the laziness, and ride along within that flame.
I just get to take one part of myself that I really like and really overexpose it to the max. Be not who I want to be, but be what my goals are.
After this, what I like to do personally is create a backstory or a reason for existence for this new identity. This can be as dark or as light as you want it to be. Like, it can really range from anything. There's no rules to this shit, for real. Say for me, I've created the alter ego Men's TV, which is who you are seeing right now. This is different from the person I am off the camera, obviously. And this is just so I can, you know, dominate within this sector of my life without worrying about, oh, I gotta do something I gotta do later. I can't even think of that right now. Couldn't even tell you what I had for breakfast today. Okay, that's a lot. I can remember that. Nah, I mean, Men's TV, the reason I'm full right now is because, you know, Steph is full, for real. A lot of people's reasons for becoming players and becoming cold-hearted when dealing with women is because they feel like they were done wrong in the past or too nice. So they become not nice and become so-called bad boys. That is a backstory that you can have, for example, for your character, your alter ego when dealing with women. As Kalanji said, let this character have a reason and be, in a way, bouncing off of your life, not just bouncing off of anywhere and anywhere. Everywhere and anywhere. Third step would be to think of the practicalities that surround this alter ego's life. Basically the things that it gets up to in its day-to-day, how it walks, talks, how it carries itself, and so on and so forth. Think about what this alter ego would be doing if it actually had full confidence, full ambition, and no worries in the world. And think about how it would move. Would it be afraid to, you know, walk into the shopping mall and start dancing if it liked a tune that it heard? Maybe you are anxious to do that, but would that alter ego be anxious to do that? And if the answer is no, then best believe you better dance within that shopping mall and not fear any judgment or ridicule, because it is that alter ego and you are allowing yourself to have the leverage of doing that because of that reason. People ask you, oh man, you was just shy a week ago, what's going on right now? No, you don't know, and you don't need to know. You don't need to know what's going on, because I don't even know what's going on. I'm just who I am right now in this current moment. I don't care about who I was a week ago. This new version of myself is giving me power right now, so let me ride along with it. For real. The question you can ask yourself is, does this alter ego like books? Does it like nightlife? Does it like drugs, etc., etc.? Really dive into that, really note it down and think about it, and embody your whole life around that. Create habits that build around that so it can feel more true and personal, and so it can actually build. If it's half-hearted, it most likely isn't going to work. Like I said, for me, when I am men's TV, it is solely content and creating ideas. Nothing else it amuses me, nothing else excites me. Only YouTube excites me. Someone could come in this room and tell me that the world is about to end. Okay, but is this video finished though? Am I getting it uploaded though? That is what I worry about. Third one, and the final most important step, would be affirmations. Because we are human and we do change, it is very important to remind yourself who you are and what you are when you step into these modes and step out of these modes, just so you're not confused. Remind yourself who you are. So for example, if you want to become a confident version of yourself, a confident, you know, alter ego, go into the mirror and tell yourself every morning, I am confident, I can do this, I can do that. Give yourself no reason for excuses or, you know, any weaknesses, because it's easy to do the practicalities, but if you're not affirming your own mind, the practicalities will miss. The whole reason you create an identity is because you identify with certain things. So if you continuously tell yourself you're confident, your mind is going to look for ways to make that true. So your life is going to follow along with that automatically. As always, it is Men's TV bringing you back another video on the channel. You know, I can imagine like niggas thinking, okay, when he presses this camera off, is he gonna shapeshift back into like Stefan or something? I'm just gonna, you don't know. You actually don't know, and that's a mystery. You don't need to know. Nah, I mean, but yeah. It's Men's TV bringing you back another video, another banger. I hope this helped someone. If it did, like, comment, subscribe. Get out Kalanji shit. Shout out Kalanji, helped with this video. And yeah, man. Love 1900. Yeah. What would you say to like people who feel iffy about building an alter ego, or feel like it's inauthentic in a way?
You really just gotta find what drives you without any other external factors. Like, is it something that is like muscle memory to you? Is it like breathing to you? You just do it just without thinking, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Over time, like, it will just become a habit. Habits become a way of life, and it just becomes a lifestyle. If it doesn't feel like a lifestyle, then it's probably not something that you want to do, because it's more of a chore.
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to enhance your life, not take away from it.
100%.
Hey, shout out your shit for the 900 community.
Okay, so my name is Kalanji. Go by Kalanji on Instagram. My alter ego as well. Apart from that, I have nothing else to say. But thank you guys.
For sure.